Hello, this is Libra Lay, and I'm here with your February tarot scope for the zodiac sign of Libra. Thank you very much for visiting my channel. Let me get a little bit of light. Okay. And we're going to go ahead and jump right in. I hope that February is treating you good and you're getting all that love that Valentine's Day has to offer. And at the end of the reading, I'm going to pull a guardian angel card for you. So let's go, Libra. All right. So Libra, it looks like there's a man here, and he sits at the top of your reading. It could be you, but there's also female energy. So we're just going to keep it real basic, you know what I mean? And if you want to go deeper, if this reading resonates, go ahead and hit me on my email and we can set you up with a private reading. So it looks like that you have hopes for this person, but it's weird because the hopes are very much... they're present. They sit right in front of you, but then over your head sits this like victim mentality where you're like, I have hopes that, one day he can be my husband and we can get married and have 1,000 kids. But then at the top, you're like, no, it's not going to happen. He's lied to me before, or there's not a lot of trust there. And I always get the fucked up guys. So you don't believe that God will grant this to you. And because of that, it puts you in the same cycle of like this victimhood. I see there's sex coming in with this man that sits at the top of your reading, and he has hopes too, but there's something here that sits a little bit like deceitful, that maybe, I don't know, everybody is not the same, but if you've done any like root work on this man or something like that, it could be where it brings on these changes that you kind of weren't ready for, or if you put intentions on him or made plans with him for something that was leading into the future, it looks like as if like it comes with a little bit of that spank on the wrist where you're like, shit, I didn't see that coming. Like maybe you wanted him to break up with somebody and then he broke up with that person, but he ended up with someone else. He has all these options now. He's a hoe. You know what I mean? I hate to be so negative, but it's kind of what I'm seeing. And then also, if that's not it, it's where you kind of, like I said, with your manipulation, with the way that a little bit you sabotage your own love life, you kind of end up pushing this man away through like deceitful tricks or lies and things like that, and it just keeps you in this cycle. But the positive thing about this is that you're sitting grounded. You look like you're financially able to make things happen for yourself, and you're looking beautiful. You know what I mean? You're popping. Like you might have a homegirl with you and you guys are looking good together. And you're fiery. You're making things happen for yourself. But just if you can, Libra, try to let the past go, because actually nothing really exists but the present that you're in at this very moment. The past doesn't exist. And I mean, you remember it, how you remember it, because truthfully, we have our own perceptions, which a lot of times could be jaded, where we remember it, better or worse than it actually was. And so live in the present. Don't hold anybody's past over their head. Don't wash their face with it. Don't be manipulative, because it looks like in a way that sabotages you towards having love, because you and this other individual, you have hopes for this situation. And I also think that you don't believe that someone is going to give as much as you do. If that's the case, then give a little less, Libra. Like if you see that this person is, let's say like you guys only go to the cheap movie on Sunday. You know what I mean? And then shit, y'all go to McDonald's after. Don't take his ass to Red Lobster. Don't buy him Jordans and, alligator skin fucking shoes if this person is only doing crumbs for you. You have to be careful with, that's another way of sabotage where we give, give, give. And then when we don't receive, we feel used. And that's a normal feeling, but it's kind of like you set yourself up because, you know, you didn't have to give that shit. You gave it for, your own reasons. So just be mindful of what you're putting out there, Libra, and things could work out very nice for you with this King of Cups. And so I'm going to go ahead, because he's loving, he's emotional. He might be a drinker, might be a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Now let's see what the guardian angel cards are saying to you. I'm gonna pull a different one. Somehow that came back up. It was from I think Gemini. All right, we have the guardian of action. It's time for you to step up and be the leader. Your natural leadership skills are being called into action. This is your moment in the sun. So move into the light and shine for all to see. This card is also about a person who has charisma, is inspiring, enjoys a challenge, and loves the spotlight. So that's what I was saying with the high priestess. Not only is she manipulative for her own agenda, she kind of makes things happen for her. And with the Queen of Wands out, she has all the charisma and she's inspiring and she enjoys the challenge. So, and the Queen of Pentacles is out also, where I was saying that you're grounded. Your money is straight too. So you got everything that you need to be the woman who you need to be. And so you can control this situation. If you don't want to feel used, don't give too much, or give with just, open-ended, where it's like, shit, if, this is something that it ain't gonna give me an L by giving this out. And don't be deceptive, and don't also hold anyone to their past. So I hope this resonates with you, Libra. If you want a personal reading, go ahead and look in the description for my email, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your February.